sometimes the best weeks. I have all
I know.
oh my god, it's a 6-leg dog.
Dogs are
The
barking.
dogs are out for Christmas. Move over, reindeers. Dogs are guiding the sleigh this year. All right, let's get that stream link out, and I'm ready to ride.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, let me change the font. This is very Christmassy. It's very Christmas. Ooh,
Here, if the audio is good.
like that one.
I think I might be a little bit louder than you, but hear us both.
That's happened in the past previous pods. So I'm gonna turn that down. I don't know why. Actually,
Good for my new mic. I was like listening back to one of our clips or something. I was asleep and I had a podcast playing. So when I woke up, it was just like playing whatever was next that I had subscribed to. I woke up listening to us. I was like, oh, that just sounds like I need this new mic.
it'll be exciting for sure.
Yeah. Game changer.
Why is these? Can I just turn this off? Like, why? I have so many audio captures that are. I have one that's mine and 3 that are yours for some reason. That's how it's been for a while, but that's maybe why it seems. I want to get rid of them now. All right, say something again.
Yep.
All right, we're good to go. All right. All right. You ready?
Just so you know, our Wi-Fi is down, so I'm banking on the hotspot.
All right. I
So
feel
we
like
will
the
see.
Wi-Fi is down like every other Christmas.
Really?
Yeah. All right. That's all right. We're rocking and rolling. You seem fine to me, so hopefully it holds up.
I'm good now, but who knows how long it'll last. We'll see.
All right. Let's get started. 3, 2. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
What you guys doing?
Doing well, Chris. How about you? I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready to get it over with.
I am too.
Now I'm just like,
Get it over with.
yeah, it's to the point. It's like, all right, the spirits.
Really?
It's,
This is like the best part.
no. I mean, it's not fading. It's just like, all right, let's like, we're so close to Christmas Eve. It's like, let's just get the ball rolling.
Yeah, where you just need it.
Yeah, you just need to get the ball rolling.
You can't deal with the momentum anymore.
No, exactly. All right. Well, we got a packed pod, lot to get through, and a Saturday slate of football games that we got to get through and give our wise picks. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's nice to not have everyone play on Christmas Day. I think that was nice of them.
So
And
it doesn't ruin everyone's day.
yeah, because if it was the like they have Red Zone on tomorrow instead of Sunday, and if it was Red Zone on Christmas Day, it would not be a Christmas anymore.
It would be too much.
No, it wouldn't. You'd be doing there'd be too much going on. So smart move by the NFL, and let's get right into it. So The first wise pick of this Saturday slate, I'm going with the guys who never cover and the team who seems like they pretty much cover most of the time. The Seattle Seahawks
That's an
plus 10.
underdog.
Yep. Seattle Seahawks plus 10 at the Chiefs. And, I mean, the Chiefs, they haven't covered at how many weeks? I mean, I don't know exactly, but it seems like forever. And the Seattle Seahawks, they have a lot to play for still. The Chiefs really do not. Like, they don't have a ton. I don't think they can beat. They can still, they have to keep getting these wins in case Buffalo loses, but Buffalo has the 1 seed right now and the inside track to it. But Chiefs have been playing sloppy. They've been playing close games against inferior opponents. So, plus 10, I like it. Give me some Geno.
It feels free, almost.
That's what yeah,
It's
it
like
does.
the Seahawks haven't been, like, they've been kind of fading away in the playoff picture, but they haven't been looking awful, and they haven't been getting blown out. Like, even that Niners game, they didn't cover, but they were only 3-point dogs. Now you're getting 10 points at the Chiefs, a team who, like you said, literally never covers. It feels free.
It does feel free. So it was an easy first pick, and I'm rocking with it. I'm looking at it right now. Last time I'm sure the Chiefs covered. I'm sure they covered the Rams game, but other than that, I don't know. Maybe the Jacksonville game. I don't know what the spread was, but they close games all around.
One, yeah.
Yeah, big games
Right.
or close games all around. All right, what's your first pick, Chris?
I went with Justin Fields and the Bears last week. Did me well, so I'm going with him again. They're getting 8 points at home against the Bills. The Bills are another one where it's like the 1 seed, and they take care of business, but they haven't been blowing teams out since really early on in the season. So I expect Chicago to give them a fight. Maybe it's a 5 or 6 point game at the end, like the Eagles game was.
Yeah, that's a great point. I didn't realize that. The last, even the Packers game earlier in October, they backdoor covered right at the end. The last time they really blew someone out was, I guess, 2 scores on the Pats game, but the Steelers back in early October. So they haven't blown out anyone else since. It's been all close games, all one possession games. So besides, of course, the Pats game, and the Bears, they hang around. You gotta really cut their heads off at the end. And I mean, we talked about it last episode. This is like, of course, the one time they don't cover is when I pick them against the Jets and they start Trevor Siemian. I didn't realize Justin Fields was out. But
Yeah, you got screwed on Simeon. But with Fields, it's like, you say it every week, but they're the best team at losing games at the end.
Yep.
They'll hang around and they'll have a chance to tie it or win it at the end, and it never works out for them. So I'm just gonna bank on that pattern to continue.
Yeah, and it's funny, they can't afford to lose or win another game. The Cardinals, the Rams, all these poopy teams already got four wins. So you're right, you're not gonna get the first overall pick. So you gotta keep losing these games. And
they could be a prime trade down spot if they have 2 or 3.
Just because of the quarterback?
The QB's going 1. Yeah. Because they don't need it.
It's funny.
I guess you take, I don't know what the draft board looks like. I haven't gotten to that stage of the season yet. So I don't know, like, if there's a quantified top guy, which if there is, I guess you don't trade down. But if there's not.
Yeah, I like the guy, Will Anderson out of Alabama. I mean, I just think that guy's going to be hopefully a no-brainer NFL guy. He just seems like a dog. And the other thing is, if you can trade down, then you don't have to get, sure, you miss out on the premium of Will Anderson, but you can accumulate more picks and get more offensive linemen around Justin Fields, and then more pass catchers in later rounds. So that's that's true. And if you got to keep that spot though, because there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks, and after the first, top 5, or it's either going to be not worth it to trade up or not practical.
Yeah, so just lose. But be competitive.
Keep it close, and they do, and they definitely 8 points.
They're so good at it.
It's such a great line. +8. I mean, touchdown easy. Call it right at the end. All right. Next up, I'm going with Bengals. Going with Minshew Mania. I don't care who's quarterback.
How could you not be stoked
And I'm also,
about
yeah,
Minshew?
that's the other thing. Minshew, this is a true test. There's always those type of quarterbacks where it's like, if you put him in the right situation,
Yeah, right.
see what happens. This is the right situation. It's on him if they
Yeah,
lose.
literally nothing to lose. Also,
Yeah, no, nothing to lose.
literally nothing.
And it's like they have a great offensive line. I think the Pro Bowl came out. They have 8 Pro Bowlers. They're just a stacked team. And I don't think, maybe hot take, because Jalen Hurts has been killing it this year, but I think if you put any guy behind here, I think they could be killing it. So,
That's what Parsons said. Did you see that?
no, I did not.
Parsons was on, I think it was with Von Miller, and they were asking him about Hurts, and he basically said said, is it him or is it the team? Like, you look at all the guys around him on this team, and feel like you could put anybody back there and they'd have a good season.
Yeah, he said it's a little bit of both. He said, which I guess I would agree with. I mean, you can have the running ability of Jalen Hurts that helps a lot, but a poised passer like Mr. Minshew, the Minshew Mania, you get the people going. It just, as much as I hate the Eagles, of course, nobody likes the Cowboys, and everybody loves Gardner Minshew, so it's kind of a perfect recipe.
Yeah, that's true.
For Philly.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it really is for Philly, and I'm excited to see it. I just want to see him ball. I think he can do it.
I know. I do too.
All right. So
I will say, while we're still on the Eagles, this has been on my chest for a while. I'm starting to love Jalen Hurts.
Oh.
And it's just because of stuff like that, where it's like every week or two, somebody else comes out and they're like, I don't know, like Hurts, they're really good around him. So how much credit does he actually get? And it's like, literally said at the beginning of the season that the season depends on him.
Yeah.
And I still think that that's true. And they're 13-1 or whatever they are. So and the fact that he never even acknowledges it.
No, he doesn't say anything.
He's always just head on. It's the same interview every week after the game. I just think he's an awesome guy. So I'm all in on. If he was my quarterback, I would adore him.
I think he has the right mentality. I still want to see, I think this is a perfect test, not only for Minshew, but for the Jalen Hurts conspiracy theory of, is it him or the team? So I'm excited to see how that plays out. I do think, I think personally, maybe he's a product of the team, but I think that's what the NFL is. I mean, you hear Tom Brady being called assistant quarterback back when he was in New England and stuff like that. So and there's always going to be those special guys like Mahomes but we haven't seen Mahomes out of a system of Kansas City. Yep. So it always depends on where you get drafted and what your team looks like. And he's in the great situation and he's making the most of it. And he's not playing poorly enough to have this team lose any games. So there should be, he should be treated just like the other elite quarterbacks in the league. Still, that being said,
anyway,
Hurts. I mean,
sorry, to get that
Minshew.
off my chest.
Minshew Mania.
Yes, Minshew, I'm excited for.
All right, you're up next.
I have the worst pick of the week, which is the Patriots +3 against the Bengals.
Oh,
and I almost did it last week with the Bucs against the Bengals, and it's just I literally can't see it winning.
Then why pick
But I did this
why?
Because last week I took the Cowboys -4, and I said to you, can you see any way that the Cowboys don't win this game by a touchdown?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know. Look what happened.
Yeah, I guess.
You guys are fighting for a playoff spot. You just came off the worst loss of Belichick era, probably.
Does Zappy start?
It's a bounce back. Zappy start. I don't care. Throw a monkey out there.
I think a monkey should play. A monkey could tackle Chandler Jones in that last play. There's been a lot of wondering if Zappy is, if he's gonna start or whatever. And my opinion is, I don't really care. Just win football games.
I don't either.
This Bengals pick, I saw some guy on Twitter, because of course I follow a million Pats guys, and he's like, oh, if we win, and the Chargers end up losing on Monday night somehow against Nick Foles, and the Dolphins
Oh,
lose to the
somehow you
Packers.
said you were taking Colts money line in that game.
Oh yeah, I know. I've definitely taken Colts money line. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. But anyways, then they're like, and the Dolphins lose to Green Bay on Monday. We're right back in the playoffs, and I was just like, give it
Yeah.
up. I was like, give it up, please, please give it up. I've already look. I can't just negate what happened on Tuesday. I just can't. I can't forget what happened last Sunday. So I'm still out. Best of luck to my New England Patriots and best of luck to your bet, but I
I
I
might
don't
go to
even
the
know what
house
to say.
on it.
No, I mean I don't even know what to say. Like I can't. I think the Bengals are far better than this team. But
They
you're
are.
right. You're right. Weird things happen in the NFL, and this is a Belichick team.
I
You can't
hate
never
it. Like
count them out.
like, every time I start to think about it, I just think about no. Like I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna end up taking the Bengals. I just have to stay strong and trust like the weirdness.
Yeah,
And that this game is probably rigged.
rigged for the Pats. Have you seen the refs calling for the Pats recently? It's not been our favor.
Because it's all a setup
All right, I'm all for it. Hey, if that means a
leading
Pats
to this
dub, that's
game.
a Pats dub's a Pats dub. I'm still not going to root
Maybe
against
not a dub, but
it.
at least
Three.
by two.
Yeah, but a 3-point game.
26-24.
There you go. Just what I don't like. I don't even care. Call it a loss. Call it whatever. I don't care. All right. Sure. Let's go for it. The one thing I've got to say about the Bengals though is that they look. It's. I want to see their spreads throughout the whole season on like the first half or second half because I was listening to a couple podcasts and they said something about their point differential in the second half is just at like their second half adjustments basically are just insane. And their defensive coordinator locks down
It's the
guys.
first half line then.
Yeah, first half line, I would love it, and as the whatever the Pats plus is.
Yeah, 1.5 maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
I'll do that.
it's not how it works here. But
Oh,
let's see.
I can do it on.
Yeah, you
Look.
can do it. It's fun. So how's have you used? I mean, I guess yeah, you used all the free money and didn't get anything.
Yeah,
Have we said that on the pod? Have you announced
I don't
you
know.
lost
Maybe
all $200?
I got $200 in free play and I lost it all. I'm like 8 different bets. It wasn't like I placed $200 bets. There's a lot of different plays and they all lost. It's actually pretty shocking.
All right.
But yeah.
But yeah, look at the. I want to see, especially in this game. I'd love to see how it looks first half to second half. I mean, you saw it last week. They're getting blown out 17-0 against the Bucks, and then second half they come in with all the adjustments and figure it out. I just think this team is super well coached and having their stride. And hopefully, maybe that first half is good enough to make it a +3. So let's ride it. I'm for it.
See.
All
Plus
right.
2.5 in the first half. Wait.
What?
That can't be right.
Who's plus 2.5?
2.5? The Patriots.
Instead of 3?
Just for the half, though.
Interesting. Yeah. Intriguing almost. All right. This last pick.
Tickles my fancy.
I'm back, LA. I'm back on the Rams. Back on the Rams. Luckily, it's not the Chargers. If it was the Chargers, it'd really be.
Oh, it's a disease.
It's both the LA teams. I can't get them out of my head. So, all right. Let me just put some. I know we hate math and hate Matt doing this. So, let's just put out some players. Broncos suck with Russell Wilson. They suck without Russell Wilson. The Rams are at home where the Broncos haven't been able to score all goddamn season. And now they're +3 at home. So whether it's Russell Wilson or not,
it's not
Russell
a home
Wilson,
game.
it's never. Yeah, that's true. It's never a home game. But I don't know. I like this Broncos team can't score, and any plus money of the home team with the Broncos, I'm just gonna eat it up.
Yeah.
The rest of the season, I'm gonna eat it up. So
yeah, that's fair.
I think at this point, like, can we say Baker's? You know, actually, I don't even know with Baker. He's being doubted though, so that's something. And he's not being doubted by me, so hopefully he doesn't listen to this pod. I'm all for it. Let's cook Baker.
Over under in this game is 36.5.
That's horrendous.
Yeah,
That is
not very
horrendous.
good.
Didn't we mention that? What? The last episode, and he isn't the Army Navy was what? They're like 32.
No, that's the Saints Browns.
Oh,
It's
okay.
at
Yeah,
32.
30.
The
Yeah.
same total as Army Navy. That's the thing. The Rams game is like the fourth lowest total. There's 3 games that are worse.
Which games? I'm looking at it right now.
The Falcons Ravens, Texans Titans, Saints Browns.
Is it just because they're all playing in tundras? Is that
No, it's
why?
because they all suck.
That is true. They all do suck.
That's 4 games with 0 good offenses.
On either side of the football.
Yeah.
You have a great
Nothing
point.
resembling a good offense either. Like no good players.
No, the Titans don't even
Derrick
have.
Henry.
They have Derrick Henry. That's it. You have what? Nick Chubb, and I guess Watson.
Yeah.
But Watson hasn't
No,
done it
he's
this
been
year.
terrible.
Yeah, he's been terrible
Cooper?
this year. Who?
Chris Olave, maybe.
Chris Olave. Yeah. Taysom Hill. Offensive
Taysom Hill,
weapon.
yeah. He's gonna be the under killer.
He is going to be the underkiller. Falcons. What? Ritter. That's it. He's not even good. Algier. Yeah. Algier and Patterson. That's the only 2 players in that game that are worth. And J.K. Dobbins.
Drake London.
Drake London. Don't even get me started.
Drake London's had a good year. You were dead wrong about him.
I was dead wrong about him. And I even, to the point, I was so dead wrong about him to the point where I traded for him in fantasy. That's how dead wrong I was.
He's like your 49ers, where last year I just ripped them every week, and then it was my game of the year in the playoffs against the Cowboys.
Hey, it's all right. We can't be 100%.
Oh, and we admit when we're wrong.
Yes.
And
Yes, we do.
that lack of stubbornness actually helps us in the long run. So, take notes.
Speaking of lack of stubbornness, you're back against the Lions. Say your next pick.
The Panthers +2.5 against the Lions.
What are you doing here, Chris? What are you doing?
I'm telling you that these are the worst picks on the whole board.
And it just,
The
you got it.
public money
You're
is
just
on
throwing
my side
darts.
here.
You're just throwing darts here.
I'm not throwing darts. I'm identifying the ones that stink, and I'm hopping on them. This is how you do it.
Is it just that the Lions are favored?
That and like I don't know. I still think the Panthers might be good.
No, they're not. They couldn't do anything against the Steelers last week. Anything.
The Steelers have a good defense. The Lions don't.
Yes.
I think this is a perfect spot for the Lions to crumble.
You just been waiting for Dan Campbell's demise, itching for it.
No, it's not even that. It's just
Itching
like
for it.
I enjoy rooting for the Lions, and I want to see them make the playoffs. But at the same time, like we can't always have nice things. Like at some point, they're gonna drop a game that they should win.
That's a
I
good
hate
point.
seeing them minus next their name.
That is true, and you're right. They can. I mean, and even this, they can still win. They don't have to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it close. And the Panthers, I mean, they still have stuff to fight for. They still have plenty to fight for. So the locker room's gonna be sound, and the Lions, of course, have stuff to fight for because they're fighting for a playoff.
The problem with the Panthers is that they're so unpredictable.
And it's Sam Darnold.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they lost game 30-3.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like they can either produce like they have levels where they can produce like confident offense that like gets you enough points to win the game, or just nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not like goose egg across the board. DJ Moore just 0 points, nothing. And I think it's funny. It depends on Foreman. However Foreman can play this week is going to be whether they win the game or not. And you're right. The Lions do have a bad defense, and they can't stop the run. So hopefully this is good signs for the Carolina Panthers. All right, you convinced me. I don't hate it as much.
Well, I still hate it.
Yeah.
I want to hate it.
Yes. That's the goal.
That's the point.
Yeah, I'm looking at these. Like, I'm just looking at the players on this Panthers team. Man, especially on offense. Like, you got DJ Moore, and that's it. That's the end of the list. Shi Smith out of South Carolina, though.
Yep.
All right.
Love it.
Love it. So if you weren't writing it down and weren't keeping track, we have an all dogs wise picks this week. Bring out the dogs. They're guiding Santa's sleigh this year, and we're taking them to the grave. Woof woof. All right, let's get into some other games this week. Some other good games this week. It's pretty bare. Good games, I guess, would be
Christmas
Washington.
Day slate is atrocious.
Even the Christmas Eve slate is pretty atrocious. Like, just look at these games.
Cowboys Eagles is your one good game.
The fact that that's not flexed to Sunday night that's just mean, right? It's mean.
The Giants Vikings also would have been a good Sunday night game.
That one's gonna be wonky. You just know it's gonna be wonky.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's gonna be some wacky stuff going on.
But like, we're talking Falcons Ravens, where I was looking at tickets because it's at Baltimore, and I was looking at tickets. They're $6, and I was thinking, maybe I'll go. And then I checked the weather, and it's gonna be feeling like -1 in a concrete stadium. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go. There's gonna be zero offense in this whole game. Not only that, Lamar's not even playing, and Desmond Ridder sucks. There's gonna be no point scored. This is gonna be like a 12-11 type game. Then you go down. There's Texans Titans, where it's snowing in Tennessee. There's Browns Saints, where we talked about, where the over under is the same as Army Navy. But I guess Bills Bears is fun. We talked about them. That's fun. Seahawks Chiefs fun. Like, most of our wise picks are pretty fun. But other than that, I mean, Commanders. What are we looking there?
No, I don't care.
Not even with Chase Young coming back.
I hope he gets a sack. That would be cool.
The thing with that, I was like, a week too late, buddy.
I know. Yeah,
week too late, pal.
Perfect week to come back. I don't know what happened. Whatever.
That's it? That's all you're giving me?
Like, what do you want me to say?
No, nothing. I mean, if you lose
not looking forward to watching.
If you lose this, is it Howell time?
See what he can do.
Yeah, see what he can do. Throw him in there.
I'm out there.
Okay.
But if the Lions do choke against the Panthers,
we're right back in it. We're right back in it.
It's not even like, unless they beat the Niners, then I guess I'd be excited again.
That's true. Yeah, and it's funny. We both are, like, on Tuesday, we're coming in. We buried our teams. We're done. But if both of our teams win this week, we're back in it. We dive head first right back into the deep end, and we realize it's a shallow end. We're gonna land our head in the concrete.
If they beat the Niners and the Lions lose, they have a 75% chance to make the playoffs.
Oh God, you're still looking at it.
Well, I mean, I'm just curious.
No, I know. And I'm sure if the Pats beat the Pats beat the Bengals, and what I say earlier, Packers beat the Dolphins, and now since the Jets lose, we're right back in it. Yeah. And the Chargers lose, they need to lose too. Yep. Anyways, Vikings Giants, fun game. No idea what's gonna happen there. You could tell me any sort of scenario happens, and I kind of won't be surprised. Besides that, the Giants blow them out. Other than that, I won't be surprised about any scenario.
Maybe.
I just don't think the Giants' offense is capable enough of scoring.
No, I don't think they are. But I can see them getting like 3 defensive touchdowns.
Kirk just keeps tossing it to him.
It is a 1 o'clock game though, which, like, I know we overuse that, but
he's gonna be locked in.
If it was at 4 o'clock, I would take the Giants, but I think the Vikings win this game by a touchdown probably.
All right, then Cowboys Eagles game of the week, I think, definitely. And we ended off with a nice Saturday night stinker. The only thing that's interesting about this game is, can Mike Tomlin coach his team enough to not be under 500?
Yeah, I guess.
That's the only thing I
Um,
find interesting.
what are they at right now?
They're at 6-8. They'd have to win out to not go to break his record or to not break his record.
Right.
And
I mean,
it's
they have
possible.
an outside shot at the playoffs.
Yeah, I think even if they win out, it's still a pretty low chance. If
They
they,
win out, they have a 3% chance.
it would be so funny if they
Okay, well,
sneak
let's
in.
see.
It'd be like just like that. What, the first year that they made the 7 teams, and it's Big Ben snuck
Yeah,
in.
last year was Big Ben, and they like tripped over themselves to get into the playoffs.
Oh man, I want to see.
Okay.
I need to see him in the uniform one more time, Big Ben.
No, it's actually heartbreaking that he's not in
That,
there.
yeah, like if it was him
Uh,
going up against this 3 slate, I just know they would have won. Like he's not losing, letting him lose to Mike Tom, like letting him lose Mike Tomlin's record. He's gonna keep
yeah.
going out there. Dolphins. So the Christmas Day games: Dolphins, Packers, Rams, Broncos, Cardinals, Bucks. Where Trace McSorley is playing against. Why didn't we pick that? I still
It's a
don't
bunch
trust
of
mine.
lanes,
Yeah,
7.5.
I still don't trust 7.5. I thought it'd be like 4.5 or something, but so kind of 3. Unless the Packers and Rodgers can keep up with this Dolphins team, it's a real
This
stick.
is a weird line. 3.5 for the Dolphins at home.
Yeah, it is a weird line.
What do you think about the Packers?
I thought they were dead weeks ago.
I know.
I don't know.
Might not be.
No, and what happens? Look on the thing. What happens if they win?
All right, let's see. 3.5 is weird. I don't know why that's as close as it is.
Yeah, you think it would be like 5 or 6, but the Dolphins have lost a couple in a row, so that could be it. And dude, I don't know, man. This Packers.
Okay, if they win, they go up to 21%. Let's say Commanders lose to the Niners and Seahawks lose to the Chiefs. It's still at 24%. Now the Lions lose. All right, they're still like 30%. So they're going to need a lot to go right.
Yeah, so they're done. I think Rodgers is checked out weeks ago, and they're looking to move on. If I'm them, I don't know. Like you don't bench their Hall of Fame quarterback, but you talk to him. You go, hey, you want to step away? See what Jordan Love
Yeah,
has. Call it. Let's mutually break up.
I mean, that would definitely make the most sense to do.
Yeah. And
But you're right, not going to happen.
And is this Dolphins team, like, are they, every time that they're in a position where we feel like they should win, are they going to fail? That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Because this is a big game, and
Season collapse.
yeah, they're both weird teams, for sure. Interesting. I guess that's it. That's the best game of Christmas Day for sure. And
yeah, right.
It's funny because they picked Rodgers on Christmas Day because he's not missing his family anyways.
Oh yeah, not at all.
He's not missing anything. Nothing at all. All right, so then we have Baker versus Russ, which we already talked about, and then Cardinals versus Bucks, which we have no reason to talk about.
Yeah. We missed Texans Titans.
Did we?
Saturday.
Did
Big
we
game.
Did we miss it? It is
a huge game.
It actually is South. Because the Titans need to keep.
The Titans lose, they're out of first place.
Yep, they're done. Dunzo. And they're starting Malik, so that's what makes this game interesting. Tannehill's out for the season. It's Malik time, and I guess it would be cool to see him do something, but I don't know.
Of the week.
I don't know. What do you
At least
say?
for the 1 o'clocks. This might be the game of the week.
Titans Texans. It could be. It definitely has that chance where it's like
actually is the game of the week.
Yeah, that is the game of the week.
The 1 o'clocks.
The Texan Titans. It has the potential to where we're halfway through the day and it's like it's 35-32 Texans. They're driving down Jeff Driscoll in the snow. Nobody knows what's going on here, and I would love to see it, but because of course I want to see good football, but I don't think it's happening. No. And then we ended all one big bow on this Christmas gift. We get to see Nick Foles in prime time against the Chargers, and I'm hammering the Colts money line.
Has there
Hammered.
ever been a bigger lock than the Colts?
Yes. Yes. Chargers fighting for a playoff spot. Prime time. And Nick Foles
And,
coming in. Like, it's just,
yep,
they're ready to lose. They're begging to
yep.
give this game away. And I'm gonna ride it. Like, there's no reason why the Colts should win, but I just
Saturday
believe,
magic.
yeah, magic. So, is this the worst end to a possible Hall of Fame career of Matt Ryan?
Probably.
Sorry,
Bless you.
thank you. He is now
Yeah, I can't think of much worse. Blew a 33-point lead and then he got benched.
for the second time in the season, and for the
For a
second time in
different
the
guy.
season, yeah, by two different head coaches, and not only is he getting benched, he's
Oh, I
getting
meant
sent
different
to the
quarterbacks.
third string. Oh yes, yeah, by two different quarterbacks too. So
I'm going with that.
he's not even addressed for this game, and they
Like a
oh
pity thing.
this is a travesty. I gotta
It's a
look at
travesty.
the Colts game from last week because it can't be all on him, right? No
No,
way.
of course not. The defense gave up 33 points and a half.
Yeah, that's true. 36 actually, and
Not well,
no, then they went to
came in
overtime. Yeah, and then they got 3 points in
Oh
overtime.
no, yeah, you're right.
And yeah, I mean he didn't play well, but you're right. The defense gave up that much, and that's got to be coaching at that point too. So
Mm.
sure, he's not great, but I don't know if Nick Foles is your guy. We'll see it though. I'm rooting for
I
him
don't
because
know.
I'm gonna be
Hangs
taking
around.
Colts money line. All right, that's the slate. It's an interesting slate.
Ugh.
Not a great slate, but definitely an interesting one for sure. All right, next up, we gonna air grievances first, or we want to go to college?
I want to hear why you guys hate us so much.
Okay, I have to
I honestly
admit,
don't get it.
I don't really get it either. I'm looking at it on Twitter,
So stupid.
and it's ridiculous. So
It's like
no,
it's actually kind of embarrassing.
it really, they're doing too much, and I think I mentioned maybe it was last year, maybe it was yeah, I think it was last recruiting class. It was a similar situation, and it was the guy the all freshman guy that you guys have now.
Yeah,
And
Dejan Barham.
yeah, and this started
That
it
was it.
all. And remember, I said last year on the pod, I think they're kind of like the Barstool team is being a little ridiculous on the
Yeah.
Maryland guys, and they're doing it again. They're just like they love the fact.
But nothing happened.
No, nothing. The only thing that happened
He
is that
decommitted, and you thought that he was gonna flip, and then he didn't.
I'm aware. We got the guys we wanted. We got the guys we wanted, and we're still mad. We're still harping on
Poached
them.
him from our backyard, and you're mad at us.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And
It's so funny.
I just love like the people who run the USC accounts just adore that nobody goes to your football games. Adore it. It's like
I
their
know.
favorite thing in the world. And I think it's funny, but if you go on USC
The
Twitter,
only like thing though, it's like, oh, Maryland has their average attendance is low. It's like,
no,
not us.
the number one comment is, "Oh, all 6 fans are about to get angry at you." And then they show the picture of the stadium, which is a bad picture, but with no one in there. And if you look at like any USC, let me pull up the Barstool and see how many tweets are about Maryland. It's
You had the bar that put on their like billboard. Like, Maryland's attendance ranks 60 whatever in F.
oh, I hate that bar anyways. It's a scummy bar.
Sorry.
Cotton Gin, scummy bar. Hate
Mhm.
that place. And no, it's like the first, besides the tweet where we got another good recruit, instead of like celebrating that, it's the second 3 tweets are shit about Maryland.
I can promise you that no one from Maryland gives a rip.
No,
Like, it's like you're making yourself like a little brother when you're not.
no, and there's no reason to either. Like the Yeah, there's just no reason to do it. There's no reason to get in this. I do want to see us get a bowl. Like, we got to sign up now. We have to sign up against each other. It has to
I
happen.
know. Yeah,
And
that would be electric.
no, it would be. And hey, it's not a rivalry. We never play. Like, when have we ever played you? We never played each other really. Back
And like, it's not like South Carolina's the only school that recruits in that area either.
no,
Every good school is
yeah,
recruiting guys from DC.
no, because they produce good products. That's like,
Yeah, and
and
some of them stay home.
yeah,
Some of them just choose to stay
yes,
home. You can't get mad about it.
no, it's weird. And the the quote, I think Beamer had a quote. He was like, "Look, like these guys, they want to go and play in front of SEC schools with the SEC atmosphere and stuff." And it's like, that is not a bash on specifically Maryland.
Yeah,
It's a bash on, like, he's got a point. It's a bash on all the
yeah,
like
it's true.
every other Big Ten, not SEC school. So
Mhm.
I don't know. It's definitely blown out of board. I think uh like, if you're like you said, nobody in Maryland actually cares. Like, I'm sure if you ask Beamer, like, no, he's not paying attention to any of this and
Yeah,
he doesn't care. But it is funny how much the Barstool and the guys
and message
on
boards.
Twitter, yeah, and message boards just vigorously hate the Terps now. Like, I saw a thing. It was
I
like
like being hated. I
it
don't
was like
like.
USC talks. It was like top, like, after 2022 most hated schools. It was like Clemson, Tennessee, Maryland. I was like, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, what? We should be worried about Georgia or
Yeah,
Arkansas, teams
seriously.
we're actually gonna face. Auburn. I mean, hell,
Oh, man.
so ridiculous. And the other thing is the I think what Marshawn Lloyd, a good running back for us, was he entered the
Mm.
transfer portal, and there's rumors that he was going to go to Maryland, and then now he's not, and like, people are like, oh,
Mm.
just because he wanted to go to Maryland, got declined. We don't even want him back anymore. It's like, Jesus, man, come on. It's like, oh, why would
I
he would never
can't wait
flip
for
to Maryland?
the Harbor commitment because either way, it's gonna be hilarious.
No, because if he
Because
commit,
if
the first thing that's gonna come out of their mouths if he commits to USC is, "Oh,
yeah,
fuck you, Maryland!
eat shit,
Yeah,
Maryland.
yeah, suckers!
Oh, and if he commits to Maryland,
Oh, it's hell.
well,
I
we're on the
think
campus.
I swear, people are gonna come up and start burning UMD. Gonna find the places up there, start burning them. But I don't see, there's no beef with me. I just think it's funny. And
It's
I like
hilarious.
feeding into it too. Like,
Mhm.
you sent the record.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, you sent the record list.
Well,
I
I
honestly
almost tagged you in the one of people calling you guys the Rutgers of the South.
no.
Just
I would have been mad. I would have been
that,
mad. That's too
that was
far.
pretty bad.
That's too far.
I
Rutgers
saw
of the
that. I was
South.
like, oh, yeah,
It's-
that's
brutal.
a tough one. That might be a death blow.
When did you guys have a national championship?
53.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go up there with the Army 4-peat. The Army.
But we've won a conference more recently.
Yeah.
We won the ACC in 2001.
Yeah, and I don't remember last time the Cox won the SEC. The thing is with me too, especially with all the history crap, I haven't been an SEC fan or not an USC
Right.
fan my whole life. I've been a USC fan for 2 years now. So
Yeah.
I think I replied to you. I'm only worried about the Beamer era. It's the only thing that matters in
Yeah.
my mind.
Yeah. That
And
doesn't really count.
yeah, it doesn't really.
Wasn't Beaver era.
And that's what we're living in now, man. We're living in the Beamer era. And
Yeah.
the other thing that's funny is, and I'm sure your school does the same thing, but like, it's every time you get a recruit, it's like, oh, he's dunking on the rest of the league, like, it's over. And then we look at a recruiting class and it's like 15. It's like, it's good. 15's
Yeah.
great. I'm excited about
Yeah.
15, but it's like, our recruiting class is still not better than Bama's. It's still not better than Georgia's.
Not even close.
And it's never gonna come close. It will maybe in a couple years, but not for now. And
All the 5 stars are going to like 3 schools.
yeah, it's like we get a bunch of guys, and they're all 4 stars. Which again, all of this is great. Not complaining about any of this, but they blow it out of proportion when all the 5
Yeah.
stars go to guys that are gonna whoop our ass later.
Yep. Yep. An unfair game.
No, that's how it is in college football. And before we move on and go to our grievances, because it is Festivus. We didn't say it at the beginning. Happy Festivus to everybody.
Festivus.
And did you see the guy who, I forget his name, that committed to Oklahoma after decommitting to 2 other schools?
Yeah.
What's his what's
And
his
I saw
name?
Brandon Walker up in arms about that. He's like, I know they're just kids, but also this guy saying respect my decision after he's changed his decision twice in like a week is pretty comical.
Yeah, it is pretty
That's
comical. Uh,
that's fair.
I was deep into it yesterday, and I was going through it all because I was like, what does this kid do? Like, because I saw the initial respect my decision stuff like that.
Mhm.
So if you don't know the story, Peyton Bowen, he commits earlier in the season to Notre Dame. Then early national signing day happens, which was what, yesterday, and he comes in, puts on the Notre Dame hat, takes it off immediately, then puts on the Oregon hat. And then a day later, flips from Oregon to Oklahoma. So respect my decision is out the window. Screw your decision. You're a chump. And he is a chump. I like at first I was like, oh, like this guy, he said all the right things. Like he seems like he's very apologetic. Dude, come on now.
Mhm.
Come on. Like
Yeah.
the first of all, the pump fake, already a douche move.
Like why?
Yeah, I hate it when the kids do that. That's always a douche move. And
Mm.
then to decommit from the guy that you pump faked for. You did the pump fake and everything, and then you decommit from them. It's just there's no class anymore. Absolutely no class.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I remember the I was I was looking at the tweets and the replies, and the guy like the first couple tweets are, oh, welcome to the NLI era. Like, well,
Mhm.
this is all NIL. Like, welcome to it. And it's like, I don't think it was. I think the kid's just a turd. He didn't know where he wanted to go until. And I heard something like his girlfriend goes to Oklahoma. So
Oh, really?
yeah. Did you see Skip? Skip was hype. Skip said
Skip.
Link. Skip. Oh, not Skip. Shannon. No, Skip. You're right. I'm blanking right now. Skip was hype. He was like, Lincoln Riley could never recruit a guy like this because he doesn't care about defense. Oh man.
Gosh.
It's gonna be
I'm
funny when he does all that flipping and still ends 6-6.
yeah. Well, whatever.
All right.
I'm
As we're in
looking for
college
a
football.
tweet. I'm distracted because I'm looking for this tweet that I saw. It was another South Carolina one. Um, Somebody was like comparing the rest of the sports, and they're like, "Well, what about like women's basketball and baseball? Like, you guys can't touch us in other sports." And somebody was like, "That one has 47 national championships in others."
Yeah, I think we have like 7. The
So yeah,
it
not
is
that I care about that, but it was funny that like somebody tried to use that as an argument.
no
It's like,
every argument was just dumber and dumber. The only one
oh
that
yeah,
and it's the reason why they keeps bringing it up. The only one that works is the attendance. The attendance at the
oh yeah,
football games. And
yeah, and it's that, and that's meant by, oh, we're better than you all time.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Uh, but I'm saying Beamer. If it's not Beamer era, it doesn't matter.
I don't care
No, I don't care about
at
the
all.
beefy. Yeah.
I think it is hilarious. So I spent probably 20 minutes looking at it this morning.
So, speaking of National Signing Day and the tree who did flip to South Carolina, and not even flipped, he just didn't commit to Maryland. Uh, besides him, what or besides not getting him, what guys did you get any guys you like?
I mean, I like them all.
Love them
We're like,
all. Love them
I
all.
think we're like 30 something in national rankings, so not bad for our standards, but Big Game Boomer ranked as top 10 and winners of early signing day.
I saw that.
That's huge. He got some kid from LSU. I don't know if he was a flip or a transfer, but he was a lineman, which we need. And then we got the top two guys are both edge rushers, which is pretty cool. But I need more. I need more O linemen.
Yeah, that's why I
That
was
win in the
really
trenches.
gonna be a little sad if the tree didn't commit because we need O linemen. I
Mhm.
think O linemen are gonna be well, like the trenches is what make like the reason why Alabama's so good and the Georgia's so good is they're both their sides of the trenches are just bigger than everybody else. And I'm looking at the national rankings now. The Carolina 16, Maryland is at 33, which isn't bad.
33.
And
Yeah, that's fine for us.
yeah, it's solid. And we were talking about how the big guys
When we get
get
Harvard, we'll go to like 20th.
so we were talking about how all the big guys get like all the schools that normally get 5 stars are still getting 5 stars. Alabama
Mhm.
has 7, Georgia has 2, Texas 4. Who else high up? I mean, Oregon 2,
A&M.
A&M 2, and USC, the California one with 3.
Okay, Marcus Dumerville, which great football name. He was a transfer from LSU. He wasn't a flip, but we flipped guy Avery. Avery. He's an edge, 6'5". Um, where we flipped him from, but that was a pretty big deal. So our
We
top
got
three guys are all edge rushers.
we got a guy today, the QB of the future, Lenoris Sellers, and this kid looks like a dog. He is a grand
Really,
total. He had like, let me look up Lenoris's stats because they're pretty nuts from what I remember.
so Ole Miss we flipped him from.
God, I hate the ones with because I have an ad blocker and like every other thing is like, uh, no, every other website. I mean, it's like, oh, you can't have that. Like, no ad blocker. It's annoying. All right, these are not the stats that I remember seeing. But anyways, dual threat quarterback from the best quarterback in the South Carolina class this year from South Carolina,
Okay,
and
good.
committed over Clemson. Big deal. He was a flip. He was committed to Syracuse, which is kind of interesting that he's going to He was going to go to Syracuse, but I'll
Yeah.
take him. He looks like a dog. He's got a name like Lenoris Sellers, so I'm all for it. And come on, can I not get his stats anywhere? All right, well, he has his passing stats where it has 18 touchdowns. Does not seem like that very good, but I had a bunch of rushing stats too, dual threat, and oh, do you want a state title? Nice.
There you go.
Love this
Winner.
guy. Yeah. Um, but as like nobody knows, nobody knows about anything.
Nope, no one has
It's
any
all
idea.
unknown commodities, but it's always fun to talk about and always fun to look at.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and I was so looking at the list. It has all the 5 stars and 4 stars. I was like, oh, South Carolina has 14 4 stars committed, and then Alabama, who already has 7 5 stars, has also 20 4 stars, and Georgia has 21 4 stars. It's
You
not
don't even have to try.
no,
You just
they
show up
don't.
and Nick Saban's like, "Hi, I'm
Hi,
Nick
I'm
Saban."
Nick Saban. Yeah, hi, I'm Nick Saban. He comes in with the rings on. Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, right.
That's all you need. And it's gonna be even easier when I was looking at the like a college football playoffs. A commercial came on. I looked at my dad and I said, "They're hyping this up because Georgia's gonna roll through everybody. Really doesn't matter who they're gonna play. Same thing happened last year, and look who besides look who the last two were: Alabama and Georgia. So
Hmm.
that's how it's gonna be. And no matter what the NIL or whatever the bull crap is, that's how it is. It's not gonna matter. So,
Yep. Yeah.
oh
It
well.
changes things for like the little guys. But
Yeah, and we
the
get
dogs
like
always eat.
yeah, the dogs will always be the dogs. So,
Literally,
anywho, yeah, yeah,
Bulldogs.
yep. All right,
But,
basketball. Any updates since last time?
We had a nice, easy win against St. Peter's last night, beat them by 30. So hopefully UMBC's another tune-up, and then Big Ten play the rest of the year.
Nice. The
Yeah.
good win, Western Kentucky at home. I wasn't there, so it was nice to see them get a win when I'm not harping on everybody else. There was this guy, what's his name? I'm trying to look. Yes, Jamarian Sharp on Eastern. What is this? Western Kentucky. That guy, he's 7'5".
What?
He's 7'5".
Gosh.
He's 7'5", 235 pounds. So he has some meat to him too. And
Yeah.
he was averaging. Let me look up his stats because he was average. It said on the thing he was averaging like 4 blocks a game, and I think he had like 5 blocks in the game.
Mhm.
And I don't know why they benched him for as long as they did, but he was just an absolute monster every time he was on the court. Yeah, 3 blocks. He had the game of 7 blocks and 6 blocks this year. What's his at 4.5 blocks a game. He can't shoot though. He doesn't shoot the
Well,
3,
yeah, I doubt it.
and I guess he can shoot because he's just dunking. But other than that, he can't. He can
Yeah, no.
block and dunk and
Guys
get
that big
rebounds.
do not shoot.
It's the what
Needy.
surprised me the most is 6.5 rebounds. There's a 2-point difference between his blocks and his rebounds, and he's 7'5".
Could be getting at least 10 or 11.
I'm
Edie
missing
gets
what you're
like
saying 'cause
12.
I completely just unplugged my mic. I'm back. What'd you say?
I was just saying, like, he should be getting at least 11 or 12.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But good win. It was a nice win. It was good to see Michi Johnson. He had 6 threes, which is pretty cool. It was good to see someone besides Gigi Jackson put up stats,
Big
points.
step.
Yeah. And if I just want to keep some momentum going. You know, the Amani Bates game I've been talking about for, I feel like, ever since the season started. It's coming up. Excited to see him go against it, even though it's on the same time as the bowl. Or not the same time, but the bowl game will probably be on. So I might miss some of it. But then we roll into Big Ten. Or, not, sorry. You just said Big Ten play. So call me there.
You're so obsessed with us.
Yeah, rent free. Rent free.
Rent-free.
The SEC play is starting, and you got to beat Vanderbilt, even though it's away. Got to beat Vanderbilt to start it off. I don't care about you can lose to Tennessee, you can lose Kentucky. All the unranked teams got to beat, and they're 500 again, so it's not out of the question.
Teams can change.
Yeah, and momentum can swing, and you have we have the thing. I'm always going back. We have the guy. We have the guy, so just put the pieces of just get some scoring around him for when he has off nights. He had 16 rebounds.
He's like Anthony Edwards at Georgia.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, literally exactly like that. But hopefully he will play, and I haven't seen any indication that he won't play in SEC games. But all right, that's all I got for
grievances.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's air them out. So even though it's not Tuesday, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you don't know, the Festivus tradition starts at the dinner table with the airing of grievances, and you tell all the people around you how they disappointed you this year. So, not necessarily people. I'm assuming your list isn't all people.
No, it's not.
But a general airing of grievances, things that bothered us throughout the year.
Yep. We don't have a dinner table to look at and everyone to yell at. So this is just between us.
I have my aluminum pole.
Nice.
Here.
Nice.
Yeti.
One year I should get a pole. Get an actual Festivus pole. And let's start it off. You want to start us, Chris? Air your first grievance?
Yeah. Dan Snyder.
Nice.
Everything about him, everything that he's caused, actively my life worse. Probably more than any other human on the planet, actually. He decreases my happiness. Never fails to do so. Hopefully on his way out. That's another thing that we didn't talk about. The bids were due today. the Commanders, and they were rolling in at like over 7 billion.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
bad.
The Suns just sold for 4 billion. So
Right, which helped
yeah,
drove up that market. So the end might be near. Not help me, but
he's a
this year
stubborn
and for
bastard. He's such a stubborn
if
bastard.
he doesn't sell his team for $7.5 billion, then I don't know. He should be taken to a mental hospital.
Honestly, he should anyways. But yeah,
Yeah,
he
he should.
he's the worst. And the worst part about him is that there's always it seems like year after year, and it
Yep.
happened this year that it seems like he's on his way out. It seems like this is the final straw that will finally break Dan
Yep.
Snyder, and it just it doesn't matter. I mean, money rules all, and he has it.
On the bowl.
Yep. All right, my first one. I'm going with the legal drinking age. It's my grievance. I still have till August to be 21.
Yeah, that's brutal. I'm
It
actually
is
going
brutal.
out tonight in
I'm sure,
Minneapolis for the
sure.
first time.
Uh,
So
I'm sure you are. When you said that you couldn't do the pod at 8, I was like, I bet he's going at 10 or something. Because you, Kevin, Grant, I mean, there's so many people I know that are 21, and so many more people throughout the next 6 months will become 21, or not even 6 months, 8 months will become 21, and it just bothers me. It shouldn't be 21 to
no,
begin with, and if
I agree.
like because you're causing more problems. You're causing people not to
Mhm.
know how to drink once they hit 21. You got to do it like the Europeans do it, and hell, start drinking at 12. I don't care. But the other thing that just completely just disheartened me, it sunk my soul, is that South Carolina was gonna pass that you could get beer and wine at the age of
Mm,
18, and they didn't pass it because they're southern old white
brutal.
men that will never pass anything that changes anything. So I'm stuck in limbo for the next 8 months, and it's
Oh,
a
you'll get there eventually, little guy.
I know.
Less than a year.
Yeah, I'm aware, and it's gonna be like sweet, sweet freedom once I hit it. But
Yep.
God, everyone at college, all my boy, like half of them are already 21. Luckily, there's still a good number that are not, but then I'm just like stuck with
It's
like
gonna the summer is gonna be when you really notice it.
summer's gonna suck ass. Summer's gonna be awful, and yeah, man, it's alright. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
what
just
are you
my
gonna do?
grievance. I just gotta air it out.
All you can do is air
That's
it.
all I can
There's no
do.
that's the best thing about the airing of grievances.
No, there's
No
nothing you can do.
solutions.
No, just air it out. And yeah, we need to like. I think everybody needs a good airing out, whether people care or
Yeah.
not, whether they feel sympathy or not. Just air it out. Just let
Yep.
it all go. All right. What's your
My
next
number
grievance?
2, wind. I
The
I can
wind?
deal with the cold.
Oh,
I
the wind.
cannot deal with the wind. Today, did you go outside today?
Yeah, I went outside today.
I couldn't breathe.
No, it was
It was
bad.
already like 25 degrees, and the wind made the wind chill like 11.
That's why the Ravens
It was the
tickets are
worst
six
weather I've
bucks
ever been
tomorrow.
in.
It's why the Ravens tickets are
Yeah,
$6. I
I
saw
mean
someone
it's
running today. Can you believe that?
ugh.
Outside. I was like,
Yeah. Well,
no. Yeah, I was like, there's no way. Like, this guy's just got to hate themselves.
yeah. Talk about locked up in a mental asylum. That guy. I mean, the wind literally puts me in a bad mood. Like, if I'm walking to class and it's windy, it ruins my day.
Yeah, it does suck.
And again,
Because
like, what am I gonna do
especially
about
it's
it?
like it's sunny, the sun's beating down on you. The second the wind stops, it's hot. So it's like you don't need a sweatshirt, but
Mhm.
you need a sweatshirt for the wind. It's brutal. I agree. The wind
Yep. Or
does.
you wear shorts and it just makes your legs cold.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
So
Wind's a
I hate
pain.
it. It's the
Wind's an
worst.
issue. I'm going with my number 2, cinematic universes. I'm just kind of tired. It's kind of tired of
Yeah.
them. The DC is in shambles right now. I'm sure you haven't been keeping up, but for the people for
Really.
you as well. So they said a couple months ago, hey, the guy I told you this, the guy who's playing Superman is coming back as Superman, and now he's not coming
Henry
back as
Cavill.
Superman. Yeah,
Cavill.
Cavill, I believe. And now it's like everyone's up in the air with like, oh, like who's gonna be next, and like crying and complaining. I'm just sitting here like I just want a good movie to be released, and I could care less about your cinematic universe. I could care less about what you're building, and if you build it well and you build it good, you build it with good
It will
movies.
come.
Yeah, it'll come. It doesn't have to be this forced thing every time. And
Yeah.
I saw an article today that Stranger Things, they're hopping on the cinematic universe train. They're getting some what are those called? Not sequels, but spin-offs and other
Mm.
projects within the universe. And
Yeah, like just take it easy.
and also,
Write something
you
new.
don't. The other thing is you don't have to announce everything. Not everything's
Mhm.
got to be out. Like, just what happened to the days where I go into the theater and be surprised by a goddamn trailer, or see
Yeah.
like be surprised with what's in it. It's like now it's like, oh, did you know that Spider-Man, like, this Spider-Man's gonna be in a movie from 5 years from now? It's like, what the
The
hell?
release dates are just insane.
Yeah, it's like, oh, in
They couldn't even tell anyone
2025.
until like 6 weeks before.
Yeah. It's like, dude, let us like what happened to the days where you got like you're surprised by anything anymore in movies.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I just want to see some good movies, and I don't need to worry about where the direction's going.
I agree. I've never been a big cinematic universe fan. I'll
No,
just
you
watch
haven't.
whatever.
Yeah, but that and
And I like a lot of the movies too. I just
mhm.
could care less about the universe.
It doesn't like the people will come with good movies. Doesn't have to be all name brand and
Yeah,
all
everyone
actors
went to see Endgame and Infinity War.
because they were good. Like because we knew they were gonna be good movies. Ridiculous. All right.
Uh,
Yep.
Axis.
Taxes.
I mean,
God.
I feel like everyone can agree. It's not a pander pick because I don't like him either, but everyone can agree on this one. Just like,
Tax.
get him out of my face.
Let's
Stop taking
let's
my
throw
money.
in with this pick
Please.
prices.
Right.
Prices.
Why?
It's getting ridiculous nowadays.
Inflation was gonna be another one. Of
Oh, sorry.
It's an honorable mention, so it's fine. It won't come up. But government. How about that?
Yeah. That's another that's another thing that I don't care. Like, just produce something good. I don't care who it
Yeah.
is. I don't care what the problem. Just
Fight
produce
all the
something
time.
good for once. God
Taking
damn
our money.
it. Honestly, uh, yeah. I had prices on the list. I'm combining into yours
Yeah.
now, and the just holiday shopping, just
Oh
so
yeah.
ridiculous. And then it's like everywhere you eat now, it's at least like even if it's fast food, it's like you're at least spending $12 for a
Mm.
meal. God, if you could get a meal for under 10, it's a steal.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you know how to work the menus right.
yeah, and if you got the deals on the apps and crap like that, you'll
Right.
be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you roll up to a
For
random
an average Joe.
yeah, if you're an average Joe, you roll up to like oh, like that place sounds good. You roll up there, it's like just expect the meal to be at least $15.
Oh, dude, I bought a $20 pizza from Domino's the other day because I didn't use the app.
Oh, you got to use the app.
I know.
I didn't believe in the app and everything. And
Mm.
we're ordering pizzas one Sunday cuz we're all sitting doing absolutely nothing, watching Red Zone. And my buddy just goes, "Hey, shout out Gersman on this one cuz saved us." I'm shouting him out on the pod cuz he saved us like $40. But he's like, "Just check this out. Check out this app and the deal." And throws up the deal. We save $40. I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god." That,
Domino's, I think, is the most drastic difference that I've seen on an app.
oh, definitely.
Insane.
Yeah, it is insane. All right. My next one. This one, it could be a yearly one, but Madden. Why do I keep playing it? Why do I do this to myself?
I don't know. You're
And
an addict.
I am an addict. It because you know why I'm an addict? Because I lose and I get angry, I get frustrated, and then I'm like, I gotta win a game. Like I know I could do it. And I've been playing this game for like 10 years and I still suck at it. So I just can't escape. Can't escape.
I miss the days of getting screamed at on the mic in Madden.
Shoe
The good
clock
days.
incident. The shoe
Shoe
clock.
clock. Probably the low moment of the pod. Actually, that was, I think, before we even started the podcast. But
Low moment of friendship.
probably, yes, those were the dark ages.
Oh man. And so now I'm in a 32-man Madden league. I
I
think
was
I
about to say, like, you
think I
literally
mixed it.
made a league.
And it's fun, but I threw 9 picks last game. And the worst part is
Your
that
tie stats.
they were, but the crazy part is I only lost 14-33. I threw 9 picks. You should score 60 on me. But the other thing that's crazy, like what just baffles my mind, is that I throw a ball, the receiver has it in his hands, the defensive back is right behind him, and all of a sudden it's an interception to the defensive back. That happened 4 out of my 9 picks. I still threw 5 picks, but whatever.
Brutal.
At that point, I'm already at 9. Whatever. Yeah, Madden. I just gotta step. I gotta put my foot down one day and not buy it.
That'll never happen.
No, it won't. All right.
College Park parking. You have to pay everywhere. And if you don't pay, you will get a ticket. Misread the sign, you will get a ticket.
Damn.
If you park on the street for a minute longer than 2 hours, you will get a ticket. If you leave your car while you're going to get a parking ticket, you might still get a ticket. So it's literally like having a car there is just like constant paranoia.
Am
If
I
leave
getting
it
a
out,
ticket?
like run out and like literally pick something up from Chipotle or whatever, it's like I have to sprint.
Yeah.
I'm worried that the lady's gonna come around and just ruin my day. She loves to do it.
Do you guys have a thing where it's like after 6 o'clock or whatever, you're good?
A lot of the lots are after 4 p.m. on campus, at least.
That's nice. So South
Like,
Carolina, City of Columbia, for some reason the stream keeps freezing. There's nothing wrong with our connection. Stream does keep freezing.
Yeah, mine's actually been pretty good.
Interesting. Oh well. Anyways, there's like one person watching. Anyways. Oh no, it's not. It said it stopped early. I don't. Whatever. Anywho, if you're parking at South Carolina and it's past basically 5:30, no one's gonna take a view on the street. In campus lot, actually, yeah, in campus lots, anywhere. But of course, that is no issue for, like if you don't have class past 5 o'clock anyway, so there's no point.
Mhm.
But what bothers me the most is when there's this one lot, it's right behind a building called Close Hip, where I had 2 of my classes, and one class is right across the street in the campus, and it's a perfect parking spot right behind it. And they don't ticket. They basically don't ticket at all. But sometimes they will just close the lot for no reason. Like there's an
Allen
event.
throws down gates at 11.
Yeah, they'll just like throw them out, and it's like you just displaced the 50 students that park here, and then every other lot is full or all the street parking's tanked, and
Mhm.
you're just screwed. So that would be my grievance with parking. Luckily, I've been pretty lucky with parking, as of this semester, but there's definitely chances
only
it could
been-
get worse.
I've been ticketed once and I appealed it, and they still haven't gotten back to me.
I got ticketed
It's more of
once,
just the paranoia
and I haven't paid it.
that I have.
But it wasn't too long ago, so I mean, it's not that bad. All right, next up. Oh, I'm up. Parking was you. All right, streaming services.
Why? Because everyone has one.
Yeah, just calm down. Just relax. And some of them have ads, some of them don't. Some of you got to pay more for ads, some of you don't. Now Netflix is trying to have where you can't share passwords. How's that going to work with families? I just look, I'm just kind of sick of it. And especially like Netflix, if Netflix wants to do the thing where we can't share with families, let's just not pay for it, because what the hell's good on Netflix anymore? And it's getting to the point where everyone's stealing from each other, where it's like now you kind of only really need HBO and Peacock and live TV. You're kind of good.
Bring back old school cable.
No, you know what they're gonna do, and I've been saying this for years. They're gonna
DVR.
They're gonna bundle it all together, put it in a box, and come to you and go, you want all the streaming services at once in one box for the same price that cable was eventually back in the day.
Yep.
And you're gonna go, oh yes, please, and you're gonna take it, and you're gonna be paying for cable again.
Yep. Bezos will be sipping on his whiskey and smoking a big cigar.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Sitting next to Lizzo. All right, you're up.
Last one. My picks. I mean, could I just win 2 out of 3 one week? I'm trying,
Honestly,
guys. I
yours has been
really am.
horrendous. Or
It's
like,
so bad. And last year I was up,
yeah, last year is almost the opposite.
significantly up. I was probably up 4 or 5 over 500. This year I'm like down 9.
Yeah, you're down
And
9.
I don't know what to do. Like I try. I
Yeah,
watch the games. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with
It's hard.
that. Not just the picks, but just the NFL in general. Can you just like get some sort of
It's been awful.
week to week calamity that we can follow? Some
Never.
we got nothing to judge off of. Every week is complete. Like you just pull some hats out of the bag. That's how we should do our picks.
Yeah,
And
literally.
I think let's do that for week 18. Make a hat
A
with all
hat.
the picks.
Well, I'm gonna win 2 out of 3 this week.
All right, I like it. I like it.
Gonna happen.
And just like our takes, this year has not been a good year for our takes. And it was
No, it
10
just hasn't.
it was 10 to happen. Like the law of averages
Yeah,
last year,
yeah.
we were great with our takes. We were pretty
Yeah.
pretty solid. Like
Everything coming.
we both had the Super Bowl champs. Even when they were down, I still had them in the middle of the year.
Mhm.
Like, we were doing well. But this year it's not gone our way.
No, it's been a shit show.
No, and it's bad for
And
the
the Bucks
brand.
roll. You have the Rams.
Rams are out of the playoffs, so my pick's officially done. And I've been like, I think, like, I'm like, oh, at least I know basketball. And this year in basketball, it's been the same way as the NFL, where it's like you just have no clue. And you normally, I
Yeah.
guess, really, unless it comes playoff time, you really don't have any clue. But like, even when it's
Right.
like, oh, all these guys are healthy, it's a game you should win, and it's like, nope, they shit the bed by 20 points.
Mhm.
So
It's hard. We do is
yeah,
hard.
yep, it is hard. If gambling was easy, we'd all be millionaires. So
Yep, that's right.
all right, next, my last pick, right?
Yep.
People who asked to come on the podcast and never listened to one episode.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Show us some
There
goddamn
was
respect.
someone who was asking me if they could come on. I was like, well, "What would you bring?" I don't know, like good takes. And I was like, "About what? Ball? Who are you a fan of? Patriots? We already have a Patriots fan. Who? Like,
Ooh,
what do you mean who?
Jesus.
You listen to the pod?"
No,
Like, yeah,
like
no, I actually do listen. I was like,
clearly you
"You
don't.
clearly don't.
No, clearly you
Like,
do
what are you
not.
talking about?"
Yeah, it's just I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And I am not one to say no to people, and it's one of my fatal
Yeah,
flaws. I'm really bad when it comes to just like no. So it's always like, oh, like I'll talk to people, and it's like, and then they're
yeah,
like,
maybe.
and then it's like, yeah, and then like they bring it up later, and I'm like, you still haven't listened to an episode.
Yeah, right.
Can't name one thing that we do on the pod. Drives me nuts. But
Yeah, that is frustrating.
so
Again,
I'm
it's not easy what we do.
nope. That's why I'm airing it out. Oh. All right, your last one. Oh,
I already did all 5.
yeah,
I
I
have
guess that was 5.
honorable mention.
Yeah.
Rob Thompson taking Zach Wheeler out of Game 6 of the World Series, which immediately led to a 3-run home run, and the dream season, collapsing in front of my eyes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anything else, or is that it?
That was
All right, I got a couple.
actually no, wait. I have one that I just thought of. My dog waking me up when the mailman comes at
Oh,
like 9 in the morning on a Friday or
Oh.
Saturday. And twice this morning I had to get up, like calm him down because somebody dropped off the
kick him.
package.
Get out of here.
Hunt him across the
Scram.
street.
Scram.
Yeah, that
All right.
pissed me off.
I have honorable mentions. I have gyms. Just like the one at school's too crowded. Then people want to pay for another gym. It's like I'm already paying for that one. Spend
Yeah.
5 hours there because there's no machines working. And then I get home and I have to pay $5 if I ever want to use the gym every time, or $10. Ridiculous. And it's just why do we have to go every day? I know, like I try to go every day. I try to be fit, And it's like that's how you gain. That's how you get gains. But it's like it's gotta be every day. That's what God created this body for half my day to be at the gym every day. Ridiculous.
It's
Um,
ridiculous.
then I have people who always got to be correct in an obnoxious way.
Mhm.
That's just a
The well,
classic.
actually,
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's it. The first thing I thought of when I wrote this down was, oh well, actually, uh, yeah. We used to know the poster boy for that. We went to high school with the kid.
name drops.
No name drops. Slow walkers.
Actually, it could be multiple people.
No, it could be slow walkers. Just
Yeah, it's
get
bad.
out of my way. Um, people who park on both sides of the road, leaving like a single lane for you to squeeze past. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, do you not think anyone
Or
else
a
drives on
two-way
this road?
street.
Yeah, on a two-way street. It's like, do you know that you have a parking lot, right? Or not a parking lot, but
Yeah.
what is that? A driveway. Park on the driveway. And if you can't, I don't care. It's not my problem. Squeeze in. This is a public road here. And then the worst is when there's another guy coming down and there's two cars in the way, and like you got to do the thing where you pull up behind one car and the other car passes,
Yeah.
and no one ever knows which one should go behind the other car.
Right. Yeah. It's just left to two people who can't communicate with each other.
Oh,
Figure it out.
absolutely ridiculous. Don't park in the goddamn street. And I think, yeah, that's it. That felt good. Weight has been lifted off my shoulders. It feels nice. Now it's for the feat of strength. Come on, Chris, take off your shirt. Time for the feat of strength.
Let's wrestle.
All right, well that does it for the pod. Hope everyone
George.
hope everyone has a great holiday, whatever you're celebrating. Merry Christmas to everyone celebrating Christmas. Happy Festivus to everyone celebrating Festivus. And if you don't know what we were talking about Festivus, do some homework. Season 9 of Seinfeld, The Strike. Watch yourself some Festivus. It's some of the greatest. It's not the best episode. If I was talking about it the other day, I was like, the episode itself is kind of slow and weirdly paced, but the Festivus moments. Oh, the Festivus moment. Yes. Oh, the human fun. Actually, yeah, that is. I think the only part of the episode that's too drawn out is the Kramer going on strike. It's a little too drawn out. And I do like it. No bagel. But go do some homework. Go watch a strike. Enjoy yourself. Have a laugh. Watch it with your family. Bring everybody together. Air your grievances if you have to. And
strength.
Yeah, and win your bets this weekend. So everyone have great holiday. See you all on